HIV/AIDS is a viral disease that was a subject of controversy in South Africa, from false statements or harmful statements about how it is transmitted from person to person to how it can be treated. Now, it was also an opportunity for some people, to explore some of their greedy desires. And Alleyway is a movie that takes us back down a path that is very dark. I can't Alleyway tells a story of an undercover cop, Nkosi, played by Nkosi Mpofu, who comes back out of jail after being arrested for uncovering a conspiracy to actually kill people through a drug that was administered unlawfully. It's a very interesting movie, to be quite honest. As far as the subject is concerned, it's a very interesting movie because HIV really in South Africa, the way that it was dealt with by the powers that be, was very, very questionable. It really was upsetting to a lot of people. There was even a time where there was a drug that was researched by some intelligent people, but then it wasn't approved by South Africa's medical council or something, because it was found to have some toxic elements to it. So, watching this movie really, for me, inspired me to look back, at the history of South Africa as far as dealing with HIV and AIDS is concerned. Even just perceptions around it, I was really shocked. Like, I was rereading information. I was like, no, not a particular man, but just that, the same way with COVID right now. It took one person coming in, having been infected, to really spread that viral disease. So it was really interesting from that perspective, What do you think about it?
Okay, on the storyline, based on just the whole entire HIV pandemic, it's such a dark period. Such a dark period, But it also goes to show, like, I can link maybe a couple of things from the movie to say that we have to also look at how pharmaceutical companies, Big Pharma, play a role in really dark periods of man's lifetime or man's history, and also even how sometimes it's not, a lot of times, governments tend to want to protect people, but at the same time they can't really prevent whatever illness or ailment is spreading at a rapid rate, and it shows that even information, man, so much information, and how people use it and how they kill for it.
Especially that part. Like, I think seeing that in the movie was really like holding a mirror up to society, that there are some people who are like this. They are so interested in being the only ones who know about certain things, and so if what they're doing is bad and it's uncovered, you're definitely going to be on their hit list.
What do you think of the movie entirely?
The movie, I think the way that it started for me was okay. It was okay. I think when I got to the end of the movie, I was like, okay, no. Maybe they should have flipped the script a little bit, like show us who this, bad person is. Or even if you don't show us who the bad person is, but just the last few lines, that Jack's character uttered, just talking about, you think that you are in control of your life, but it's actually other people who are. It would have been interesting if it started that way, and then we actually got to see Nkosi investigating, and then him being in a situation with the president where he's like, I don't know, there's a confrontation between them or something, because it kind of felt random. Like, it just started randomly. Okay, this guy's coming back from jail, then all of a sudden he's handing over information about HIV/AIDS to this journalist who isn't even like an investigative journalist, she's just a radio host. I think some of those things were just really like so odd, and it was disturbing. It didn't make the story difficult to follow, but it was just like disturbing elements to the story that you're just like, no, this could have been cleaner, So I think had they flipped it a little bit, fine, maybe keep it, but just give us a bit more context for this Nkosi character, this intelligence com. Let's see him in action, so that that everything that he does following that makes sense. That for me was just like the struggle. I was struggling to follow him, and even see like what the significance of having him was, you know, because that information being handed over could have been done by somebody who was working inside that medical company who just decided, you know what, I've seen that these people are using patients as guinea pigs and making money off of that. Like, yeah, I just think those things could have been, I don't know, done differently.
They could have cleaned it out, man.
Yeah.
Done properly. And also, I think it also goes to show, man, like, because you're a journalist doesn't mean journalists are radio presenters.
No.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that was also not a good example for us. Like, no,
guys, no, let's not make that mistake. Yeah, not all radio hosts are journalists, you know, and man, it doesn't mean because she's a popular one, it doesn't mean that she's capable of investigating and presenting such. I mean, she was a presenter for a music show.
Yeah.
Where does current affairs fit in there? Where does investigative journalism fit in there? I mean, you can't have, well, a certain youth radio station presenting things, or campus radio presenting things as if it's national radio. You know, you can't. Like,
that was an awkward fit.
Like, dude, like, man, I was confused, man. I was so confused, you know, and man, guys. This movie, man. But in any case, you know, that's besides the point, you know. But when you look at the action, you know, the sequences, the gun, the shootouts, the action, the fight scenes, man, it's so pathetic.
That's a very strong word to use. I'll say, yeah. What was it about it for you that was like, no, man?
Dude, I was so bored. Like for real, on the real though, like, I mean, for example, technical stuff, AK-47 is illegal in South Africa.
Oh,
but
hectic.
Yes, it's an illegal weapon. But now, a whole bodyguard for a minister, he uses an AK-47. Like, really? Really, that doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, even the fight scenes, the use of makeup, man, the shooting, like, you can hear, man, they just recorded gunshots and just put it there, you know. There wasn't really any, man, I don't know.
I get that. I really get that, because there were moments in those fight scenes where you could see that no, this was just pointing a toy gun and then sound effects added after, you know. And I mean, I get it, you know, it was a highly like intense movie as far as the fight scenes are concerned. So I can only imagine how expensive it would have been to actually put all of that together. So I will commend, you know, the director for actually creating this piece of art, because it is an important conversation, you know. In as much as things were bad back in the 90s with HIV/AIDS, in 2019 we still know that South Africa is reported as like the epicenter of HIV and AIDS. So it's an important subject to explore. It's just really unfortunate that the action, you know, that was seen as important to incorporate into the movie was just delivered at such poor quality, you know. I think maybe it should have been like kung fu vibes, you know what I mean? Like, let's just get rid of the guns, let's do fights with like, let's do fist fights, take out an okapi, you know, like let's do that. And as much as we love to see guns, because yes, we're dealing with like top Shayela criminals here, they're likely to have these illegal guns.
Let's also deal with poisons.
Let's deal with poison. You know, you're targeting a company that creates pills, you know, medicine. So maybe that should have been another way to like get to, you know, display the sort of action that, you know, could have been displayed. I think there just could have been a better job. They could have done better as far as that is concerned.
They could have invested, like, I mean, to invest and go and hire a shooting range for specific shots, you know. I think also you could have gone the extra mile to get not necessarily real guns, but there are guns which are like dummy, I don't know, but there are those dummies, kind of guns which you can use, and I think that are commissioned for film use. You know, you could have done that. I mean, but now when a lot of kanji water gun and ish.
And
disappointing, guys.
Yeah, and I mean, we're obviously like looking at this because these are things that you can't help but notice, you know, in addition to the story itself. So we're not just being a-holes, but it's just like, you know, you pay attention to these things when you watch content.
Like even from the scene of the raid, the police raid, like I was like, how batung. What? This is so computer generated. Like you can really see there wasn't enough graphics added to it where it seems realistic. You know, like it was just clear. Here, they just took a chair from a computer game and put it there. You know, it's sad, man.
Yeah,
it's sad. But I'd like to say, graphic-wise, the presentation in terms of marketing, they did quite well.
Yeah, like that sold me. That really had me sold.
That's why I watched it.
Yeah, same. That really had me sold.
You know, but in terms of the acting, the casting, what do you think?
I mean, I was also attracted to it because I saw Luthuli Dlamini and Jack Devnarain. So I was like, oh, this is going to be like an insanely awesome movie. You know, I hadn't even seen the trailer. You know, I was very I just prevented myself from seeing from watching the trailer. I was like, let me just give it a chance, not based off of that. So I was looking forward to seeing them there. We saw a little bit of Luthuli, who played president, in there. I guess it wasn't really about him. So he didn't really need to be like a prominent figure in it. But yeah, I mean, I would have loved to see more of him there. You know, like there's so much commotion, and you as the president, you know, okay, maybe the president didn't know, but the fact that Nkosi worked for like an intelligence, you know, and they're working undercover in favor of, surely, you know, the government. The president should have been more of a prominent figure, as far as even apologizing to the public, you know, announcing that this man was wrongfully arrested. This is the good work that he was doing.
He even got a presidential pardon.
You know, but we see what I mean about things being almost having to like, let's move it forward a little bit. You know, it would have been nice to see that interaction between the president and Nkosi in the beginning. You know, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, you know, we did you wrong, and all of that. The character played by Jack, he's the mastermind behind this drug that is toxic. I think he played his role. He was included in it as
he did play it.
But also the figure, you know, that is like the bad guy isn't always as prominent. You know, he comes in when he has to come in. So yeah, I think seeing him play such an evil character was okay. It's not refreshing because we've seen him play an evil character before. But yeah, it was just interesting that was, you know, his character was included in the script in a good way, that you didn't miss him. But then the others, the president, I was like, I miss him. I've seen too much of Nkosi. I don't understand what's going on with him. Even his family being attacked. It was just a lot that was messy.
All over the place.
Like it made sense, but I think the way that it was put together was a bit jarring.
Also, to add on to that, like, I couldn't help but wonder who's in charge of Nkosi.
Because he didn't speak to, you know, former leader of whatever.
Nothing.
He wasn't like a leader in the operation.
So he was just an agent that was just planted there. So it's, guys, you know, like, there's so much I can say, but in any case,
I think we can rate it.
How many Biltong sticks would you give it?
I would give it 2 Biltong sticks. You know, for all the reasons that I've mentioned, it really just could have been cleaner. How many Biltong sticks would you give it?
Do you want to know?
I mean, we have to know.
I'd give it a 1.
Okay, 1. Yeah, that gives us
3. No. 2.
Well, let's say 1.5. I think 1.5 is fair. 1.5 is fair. I mean, it sucks. I think this movie really had potential.
The presentation, man. The presentation, the storyline is great. You know, in terms of what they're trying to put out there, but man, the presentation just wasn't as good.
If you've also seen Alleyway, let us know what you think about it. You know, it's been available on Prime, Amazon Prime as well. So it's really done great as far as its marketing. Share your thoughts. Leave us a comment down below.
And if there's a South African film, docu, or series that you'd like us to review, let us know in the comments. I'm Komo.
And I'm Dumi. Thank you for watching.
My